Hello, and welcome to a special little video that I've decided to do to kind of justify myself why I did it, I suppose. I've been a bit obsessed with a game recently. I've made a little secret about what this game is. It is Cities Skylines, and that is what this game is. And I have finished my city. I will, after finishing this video, close the game, uninstall it, and not play it again. I've played this game unmodded and without cheats and stuff, though on easy mode there is a hard mode. Well, on default mode if you like. But I think I've got all that I am going to get out of it. I played it for 35 hours in about 3 days, so I've given it a good showing. 4 days really. I'm quite tired as I do this. I really should be in bed. I got work tomorrow, but I want to put this to bed first. It's been very satisfying doing this, but I'm glad to put it behind me. But I wanted to show, for at least my own satisfaction, what I've done. Now this city that I'm going to show you is more than just the ocean. It is not perfect, but it was about the third one that I started, and I just kept going with it, and it is now like the biggest tier that it can be. So you go from like villages to towns and to cities, and now I'm a megapolis or something. So yeah, I've got 65,000 people in it. Now I know this game is heavily moddable, and you can get a lot more into the game with that. I don't want to. This has ruined my life for the past couple of days, so I need to stop it. I've really enjoyed it far too much. Now I need to stop it. So this city is called Westside. Oh, Westlake, because Westlake, because that's what the default name was, and I didn't know whether I was going to keep it, so I didn't change it. You can change it any time, but I decided to keep it. So here it is. Can I change the? Okay, all right. Then there we go. There it is. But you can't see much of it from there, can you? We need to zoom out a little bit. So this is Westside. Now this flock of seagulls here is actually a bunch of planes, because I made, just because I could, I made 3 airports, and that spawns a bunch of planes. I don't think you're supposed to have them so close together or something, but this is just one airport with 3 runways. That's all it is. That's all it is. And I got all these planes. Anyway, that'll get around the way. So we have a nice clean bay here with a little dock there for tourists, and then a cargo area with trains and for ships. Now the idea is here that, and sorry if you've seen the stream about this, because you've seen all this before, but I have now finished the goddamn thing. They unload their cargoes, and it is taken up here. It's taken up this road here. Here we go. Up this road. Oh, in there. I forgot about that road. Up and down here. This is where you process. That's incineration, that is. Don't worry about that. And then we go into here, and this smoggy, horrible place is the industrial zone. I had a lot of bother with this, but it's now running quite nicely. You can see there's not a whole lot of traffic jams. There are little ones here, there, and everywhere, but we do have great big lorries going around everywhere, and so they take up a lot of space. So I think, relatively speaking, this is running pretty well. Now this is, let's say, the most unclean area of the city. It's quite big, but you need an industrial area. You don't need one, I don't think, actually, but you should have one, because this is makes all the goods. And then the goods are made, obviously, and they're taken away. Where are they taken? Well, we can go back down here to the first of several economic zones, commercial zones. Here's one. Just here. So this is one economic zone with shops and such. Not many people here, but they stay in business. This is all fully developed. Everyone's pretty happy here. It's got offices as well, so where people work and stuff. Here's another thing that's going onto the main thoroughfare throughout the city. I had a big trouble with traffic around here as well, but like you say, it's all running quite nicely now, so that's pretty sweet. Going back down to where we get off the boats, cruise ships. First thing we see is a great big library here. This is a unique building that you have to earn, and I have earned it. We also have this big tower. Now this area here is kind of downtown. It's where most of the people live, I reckon. Most of the upper working class, middle class, I suppose. So we have the theatre here and another theatre there. So this is where the entertainment is, if you like. We also have the opera house on the hill there, which I thought was quite neat. Having it up there, I think it was pretty good. Everything is powered by wind, mostly, because we also have here some solar power and some nuclear, because I could. Power, and all has its own fire station, because you need those. Note the detail in this game, like how far-reaching it is, and yet how, you can see the reflections in the windows, the little barrels, and even the air vents. The AC work really. Even I noticed these containers can be unique on each one. See, they're a different colour. Really impressive. So yeah, so here's our power basically here and on the hills, on the side as well, and the plains. But yeah, so here's we got a pretty nice area of town. Again, lots of trees and greenery, a bit of space here as well. We got some parks and such, playgrounds. Nice area, very nice area. Train station here, probably the main one coming to town, I think. Subway there, the transport. As we go up here, this road was the bane of my existence for a long time, because it goes straight down the middle of the city like this, in this direction. It's a very long road. See, there's not a lot of traffic here either. I think this is the cinema, and it goes down and just kind of ends. The reason it's got no traffic on it is because there's an invisible road which starts here, and that's where I think most of the traffic will filter down into, because that goes to the industrial park. This is a lot of stuff going down. That really saved a lot of traffic on this road. Yes, an underground road. I have many of them, though most of them are quite short. That's the longest one, because that goes all the way over there. This is my favourite part of town, I gotta say, this area here. This is the town centre, I suppose. Again, we have this main thoroughfare here, which basically starts where you would get off the dock, and it goes all the way up here. Major shopping centres and such, and hotels and whatnot. And we arrive at City Hall, and then we have the Expo Centre here, and the Museum of Natural History here. So we've got really very nice area here. We've got police headquarters, although there are a few police headquarters. A big mall, big shopping centre here. There's two big shopping centres. Big, I don't know what this is. Big building. Stadium. It's a football stadium, which I was quite surprised about. And there's a big office building here as well, which used to dominate the skyline. Another separate area here. This is more like a little suburb by itself. I needed to expand the city out a little bit, and so this was I think it was my first attempt. Went pretty well. It was alright. And this is my second attempt, I suppose. Now all of this is shopping and offices. All of this. So this is mostly, commercial and such. You see a lot of this traffic coming in here, and there is a lot of it, I admit. Most of this is goods in from over here as well, because there's a lot of traffic moving in. No, not from there. From here. Because this comes out there, and then the road travels up, and travels up and goes here. This is where they deliver the goods in. We've also got two major buildings here. This one and the space elevator. Now I've just bought this. This was my reward for getting the gargantuan city sort of thing. There was another one as well that I could have got, which was the, well, you can get all of them, but I could only afford this one at the time, and then I couldn't be bothered with any others. But yeah, this is the space elevator. This is the sort of creme de la creme. So I should be showing you it last, really. But yeah, it's quite close to the centre of town, which is this kind of area. But yeah, I realise that like this sort of this place, and again the traffic is flowing pretty smoothly. It flows smoother when you speed it up, honestly. This is about as bad as it gets though, and I mean, you know, for the hub of the city, I don't think this is too bad. Now again, people do better. Those people probably know a lot more than me about the game. I've got a way out the city here and some more garbage disposal. And then I suppose we could go over here now. This is another little industrial area where we mining for ore, because I discovered about 20 hours gameplay that you could actually, you know, hone your industrial to certain things, and I discovered there was a lot of ore in this mountainside, so I decided to mine it. So that's what these guys are doing. And there's some shops and such here with a goods train, and there's a subway around here somewhere as well. There it is. The subway is actually very good in my city. I think a lot of people use it. A lot of people use it. And then we go across here to, I suppose this is the newest part of the city over here. Kind of tacked on, even though it's freaking massive. This was basically to get me to my 65,000 people. So we've got two new generators down here, and yeah, we've got a big mall there, and lots of shops here as well, and offices, and so it's basically a city within itself. This little area. It's got its own university somewhere. Where's the university? Here it is. The other university is over here, sort of like bridging sort of downtown and the suburbs. But we'll get to the suburbs last, I think. So yeah, this is its own little area by itself that I did. The very last thing I did was do this road, I think. Sort of made this road round here, and you see it's causing a bit of a jam here. But I thought I need to get that extra 200 people, so I made this right, you know. So there we go. I could make it one way, the other way. I don't know. It's causing a bit of an issue, but I can't be bothered. It's good enough for me. So so there's that. Because this area is kind of odd, because we've got this area that's kind of by itself, and this area by itself, and this area by itself, and I think this was the first one I developed actually by itself, not this other one down here, but it doesn't really matter. Again, roundabouts. I'm European. I love roundabouts, and it works really well. I think the roundabout, the round design works a lot better than the grid layout. It just seems to flow a bit better, but I think you get more in the grid layout. There's less wasted space. There's a lot of, you know, I gotta fill it with trees because there's a lot of wasted space. Maybe I'm just inefficient with the game, I don't know. But yeah, this is kind of a suburbs with some offices and shops in the middle. Same with this as well. I had less space with this one, but it's basically the same design. Then I just joined them up, and then we got this road leading to the industrial estate. Because I imagine most of the people who work on the industrial estate will live in these two areas down here. That was my idea anyway. And again, a few little sort of like shops and stuff around here as well. And then back over here to the suburbs, which sits neatly between the downtown area and the commercial district here. And here's the industrial thing. And my city started here with this. I think, looking back, this was the first thing I planted, this roundabout. So I did think about putting some sort of monument here, but there was nothing small enough to fit in it. So yeah, but this is where it all began, just here. Memories. You see, it is the only roundabout in the entire place, because I suddenly realised that it didn't really fit. That's why around here it's much more disorganised. in terms of layout, because I kind of went in this direction first and made this sort of like snaking road, which didn't really work, but I've kept it because it's integral to the character of the city. Well, the modern stuff is much more grid-lined and stuff, which is, I suppose, like, you know, you can compare this to sort of like Europe and stuff, and this is New York, you know. This was made by much longer, you know, ago, when I didn't realize what I was doing and didn't realize how big things would get. Whereas this is, I know what I'm doing now. I've got experience behind me, so there's that. We'll finish off over here with the single airport with its own motorway, its own railway station, and there's a bit of a queue. Its own subway which people use, its own fire station, and its own police house, I suppose, and buses. Pink buses, or are they purple? Can't really tell. And then over here, I bought this bit of land so that I could get to this area, so I could dump all my waste in it, and that's what that is. Before, this was brown, but now it is pure blue clear sea, because we don't, and this is where I get my water from. This is the drinking water supply. Again, it wasn't too good having that near the sewage disposal, which was on this side, so last thing I did pretty much was do this. Well, one of the last things. And there it is. That is West Lake. I don't know why it's called West Lake, but it is. And now I shall say goodbye to it. But it's it was a lot of fun doing it, and I do love that. There's so much detail in this game, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with it. I put some tennis courts down here, and you can actually see there's a game going on down here. There's an actual game with animations that react to each other, and it's just really, really impressive how they actually play a game of tennis. You know, there's the ball, if you can see it, there it is. Really, really impressive. You can even see the ball if you look hard enough. That's just insane, the amount of detail in this. Now, I can't really compare this to SimCity because I haven't played it since SimCity 2000. This is the first city building game I've played in a long time. The nearest equivalent was Banished, which I played for about the same amount of time a year ago. So I must go through, like, every October, November time, a cities simulation building phase, and I'm done with it now. So, like I say, it's unlikely I'll load this one up again, but it was a whole lot of fun, very satisfying. Although quite detrimental to Let's Playing and other things in life, because I just got it into my head that I had to do it. So I did. Alright, so it's been good, and great game. Really, really, really nice, but I have to stop because it's destroying me. So, I'll see you for some Skyrim tomorrow. Okay. Until then, cheers very much for watching and humouring me, and toodaloo.